So there's the national shortage, and we're facing that as well for bus drivers and aides. COVID-19 impacted the shortage even more by targeting the drivers and aides in regards to our population that normally drives and operates the buses are in a high-risk age group for COVID. And so when they returned to school last year, they elected to not return to their jobs for their health. And at this point, we're trying to fill those spots across the state, and that's just needing more people to be interested in the job. Our recruitment efforts, we're trying unique ways to recruit, and we're trying to get people interested in becoming bus drivers and aides. But with the pandemic, many other jobs are also hiring, so we're competing against a large amount of employers who are also seeking help across the state for their positions. We're still collecting the data on that from the districts, but they are facing at least 5 drivers short in each district or more. It varies based on the size of each district. So they are definitely in need. They're coming up with creative ways to try to address this, to cover routes when school starts, but we're all still in the planning stages for that as we prepare for schools to open. So we're really focusing on that recruitment effort at this time.
So how many drivers did you have prior to the pandemic?
33.
And how many do you have now?
19.
So it's a pretty serious situation.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Pre-pandemic, we were already short drivers, as every other small bus company was. Post-pandemic, we are even shorter. It has put us in a worse situation because of the age bracket with bus drivers. They're nervous about the virus and getting sick.
So how will that affect the school year?
Office staff will be on the road more. And
all hands on deck will be driving. That's taking people out of the shop, that's taking people out of the office. So that means if there's a road call, it's kind of hard to get to a road call, meaning a bus breakdown, if everybody's driving kids at the same time. So it causes a little bit of a problem, because then you don't want kids on the side of the road if there is a breakdown. We don't have many breakdowns, which is good. So the other part of it is they do the 3 tiers to try to, there's less drivers, so they do 3 tiers of dismissal and start times. For start times in the morning, there's 3 different times to start. There's a high school time start, there's a middle school, and then there's an elementary school. Same thing in the afternoon now. It never used to be like that, but that's what has to happen for drivers when there's a driver shortage. So what happens is sometimes kids ain't getting home till real late, and parents aren't happy with that, but at least the buses are there on a 3-tier system. When the bus driver shortage is going on, which it still is, and it was the way it used to be, it's worse. Sometimes the buses don't even show up, then they're an hour late. So it's hard. And when the drivers come in here to try to get trained and everything, they're bombarded with all this kind of information, and it's hard for them to acknowledge all that and try to gain all that knowledge. They get discouraged when they want to come in here to come get their license, and anywhere, just because it's too much information to obtain, way too much information for them. But like I said, they get discouraged, they want to go find something else.
So if anybody's interested, what is the best thing you love about the job?
The kids. I really enjoy the kids. And once you develop personality with the kids, with the students, then it's like one happy family. I get paid for doing the job, but I look forward to picking the students up every day.
It's a good job. You're home more than you're at work, really. I've worked as a cashier, and it wasn't as easy as this.